packed them, after I cleaned them out, I packed them in vinegar. It makes them a little bit easier to put on, plus, the finished sausage, they're clearer.
They just straight vinegar?
Yeah, it's just straight
I've
vinegar.
heard that,
Well,
but I've never done it.
It is, except that little jar, that they were very wet, when I put them in there, so it really is probably about half vinegar, half water.
And how long do you soak them like that?
Well, I did those yesterday, I don't think it takes very long to,
They say it makes them more tender.
yeah, you can
Makes
feel the
sense.
difference. They're more tender and a little easier to slide on your stuffing too. These, okay, we got, these are fiber, mahogany colored fiber that's used for summer sausages, that kind of thing. Like the collagen, like the natural casing, smoke penetrates these just fine. These are not edible. You know, you've had summer sausage and peeled the casing off. These are cellulose casings. These are made for skinless sausages, where the sausage is stuffed into these. The inside of these casings is coated with a release material so that the meat doesn't stick to it. And after they're stuffed and they're smoked or steamed or however you cook them, then you slice the casing with these are made for equipment, where they run through the machine and there's a protruding, very, very slight protruding blade that slices the casing, and then the sausage will just pop right out. When you're for stuffing, the casings, the natural casings, collagen, this, I don't know how many feet are in here, it says on the package, but slide them on and pull it out and take off on the collagen. It's easy. The natural casings, take and crank it down to your meat is just a little nubbin of it sticking out. It makes a big difference putting the casing on. If you don't have that meat sticking out, it's like a vacuum. The casing wants to suck inside. It makes it very difficult to slide on. The natural casing, you're going to slide it on, slide the whole thing on there, pull it back out a couple of inches, and a lot of them say to tie a knot in. I don't, because it traps air in there. Okay, I just leave it open and pinch it, hold it a little bit, and start cranking and fill up. You crank them out and fill your casing up. If you're going to make a continuous sausage or big rings, you can pack it pretty tight. If you're going to make links, like 6-inch links, you want to leave enough slack in there that you can pinch it and twist your links. Now twisting the links, if those are made sausages, that's a fun thing, because the best thing to do is to mark your tray, board, whatever your sausage coming on, with the length that you want, so you can be uniform. Okay, and you're going to twist your first sausage. Okay, you pinch it, twist it, same length, pinch it again, twist the opposite direction, the second one. Okay, and so on. The third is the same, the odd and your even. Okay, and you're going to find that everything wants to turn. It's not easy to do. There's an alternate way to do it that you might find easier. Twist your first one. Okay, go the distance you need to, pinch. Okay, hold that, go the distance again, pinch. For your third sausage, the second one you kind of skipped it. In your third sausage you pinched it. Now twist it the same direction as, it's an odd number, as the first one. Same thing. The next one, which is number 4, you pull it out, pinch it off. Go to number 5, twist it the same direction as, okay, follow what I'm saying? Might work.
I'm not coordinated enough to do it.
You can practice it. Okay, any questions? This is too easy. There'll be a test.
Good teacher.
All right. Okay, smoking. Smoking the sausages, basically, I mean, I've put down that this came from Dad's. He posted one. I've seen several different that they're all about as similar on the temperatures, smoking temperatures. And this is as good as any. Your recipes sometimes will call for cold smoking, warm smoking, hot smoking. Well, there's some temperatures you can go by, but basically, I smoke. I mean, it's kind of hard to keep the temperature down. Now you can see my cardboard box smoker out here. I'll get it going later. Don't worry about that. That'll smoke cold, and then it works pretty good, and it doesn't cost anything. Well, it costs $500, but you get free dishwasher. You're going to smoke, and basically you're going to be looking at the color. Okay, if you get the color you want, it's going to be smoked just fine. You raise your temperature as you go in smoking. Eventually you want to end up at 155 degrees internal, okay, which means you can pull them at 150, 152, something like that, because they'll keep going up. Okay, you want to avoid 170 degrees. 170 degrees is where things go to hell in a handbasket. That's when you get 170 degrees and above. That's when your fat starts to separate from the protein, and your sausages. Well, you got it here. Below 170, they're plump and juicy. Above 170, they're greasy and dry. That's a rule, and I'll guarantee you it'll happen.
It's internal temperature. At 170.
To 170,
Yeah, they'll tell you when they're ready, because once you get them too hot, the outsides will start sweating, and it won't be moisture, it's grease.
It's
And it
grease.
starts dripping your flavors and everything else.
And I'll go one further. Everybody was talking about how good, I think Slavacek sausages, is that the name?
Yeah.
How good they were. So I had to go buy some, and this is when I was concessions, I guess it was. And I was embarrassed. They were not packed. They were not bound right. They were not good sausages. Flavor was good. They were too greasy. Anyway, you'll find today making your own sausage. You can beat those. I put some smoking instructions here, but you just heard what I said. You're really gonna go for color. Do it as slow as you can and work it up to 155 degrees. Okay. Once you pull them off, once they hit 155 degrees or 100, you want 155 internal. Take the sausages off and plunge them into a bucket of ice water. You're going to see, if you read recipes, they're going to say use a cool spray to spray them down, which you can do if you want to. But it's easier to plunge them in a bucket of ice water, bring it down to 100 degrees or less internal. And that solidifies the fat and stuff in there, stops the cooking, the temperature won't go up anymore, and it'll help them stay plump. You don't have to worry about it diluting the smoke flavor, or the color, or anything else. It doesn't.
Don't get all wrinkled looking on you. Stay nice and
No, if you do the binding right, they won't even get wrinkled.
Yeah.
They'll be plump. As a matter of fact, if you look on the forum and the throwdowns, I entered some andouille sausage. There's a picture of it in there, and it is hanging after it was plunged in the ice water, and it's drying. And you can have a look at what they should look like. Nice and plump and fine. Then, after you pull them out of the ice water, you can hang them up and let them dry. And at this time is, if you read the recipes, it'll say let them bloom, which is an industry term, and really all that means is when you dry, you'll see the brown color kind of develop. Okay? That's what they're talking about. And basically, you're just going to let them dry. Something I missed. Before you smoke your sausages, after you've stuffed them, you want to hang them. I say to dry, but you don't really want them to dry. You hang them until the outside feels tacky. That helps the smoke adhesion and penetration. Okay, you don't want them wet going in there, that you get a nasty flavor. You don't really want them dry, although dry would work in the smoker, but the tacky feeling is the best.
I don't have anywhere to hang them. What I do a lot of times is put towels on the kitchen table and lay them on the towel with a ceiling fan.
What I do, of course, you can't see it in that picture on the forum, but two kitchen chairs with a dowel rod.
Yeah. It gets on the floor sometimes, and it gets mad. It's easier to take the towels and throw them in. And then, you know, once they get dry, then turn them.
Newspaper.
Do the other side.
Yeah, and whatever works for you works.
Works good.
Yeah. You don't have to do it one way or the other.
Mom's happy, that's all I
And
can
that's
do.
something else I want to get across, is that all the flexibility you have. I've talked about the important stuff and the binding and smoking, keeping the temperature below 170 degrees. If you do those things, you're going to be very pleased. Okay, cooking. I've already talked about the temperatures. In cooking the sausages, the fresh sausage, the accepted way of cooking fresh sausage from the old timers, I'm talking about the Germans and stuff, is they poach it. And if you read people talk about boiling it in beer or something before, they don't boil it. They use 180 degree water, they poach it back up to 155 degrees internal for the fresh sausages, for your smoked sausages too. Then, once you get up to 155 degrees internal, by the way, you can do this in beer and throw onions in if you want to at this time. Then go to the grill and grill them. Okay, they're fully cooked. Then you don't worry about your bursting your